And by the way, if you're having the same issue over and over and over and over again, you understand what that means. That means that you need to change. And if you're not changing, you got to force the change to happen. So I challenge y'all today to understand, to realize that change and evolution, every time that happens, you must learn to adjust. I've used the example of the flow of water, and I love how Bruce Lee used to always use the example of water, of how calming it is, and how natural it is, and how poised water is. Right? Every single time that what they say that you never step in the same river twice. You know what that means? You never step in the same river twice. Even if you show up to the same place, you won't step in the same water you stepped in last time. So the world is always changing. The world is always adjusting. You must adjust as well. How you adjust determines almost everything. How you adjust to the challenges determine almost everything. How you change with change almost determines everything. And sometimes it's not about waiting on change. Sometimes it's about creating the change. And if you don't change, if you don't create the change, because it's a hard one to change, it's a hard one to do. Sometimes the universe, God, Allah, whoever you subscribe to, will make the change for you. That's why when it happens, you just accept. That time when your car broke down, you was on your way somewhere, and you said, "Man, I'm so mad, my car broke down." And you just say, "You know what? Maybe this is supposed to happen. Maybe this stopped me from getting a car accident. Maybe I was supposed to be late for whatever reason. Maybe you was late because you're supposed to meet the right person at the right time. You just don't know how things shape out for you. So it's super important to just accept the change that's happening. The best part of life is the evolution, and you never step in the same river twice. Back to water. Water has this flow, and water adjusts better than any element on earth. Water will adjust better than any element on earth. And no matter how crazy it gets for water, it always comes back to a calm. It always comes back to this calm place. And if you throw a rock into a body of water, the water reacts to the size of the rock. It reacts appropriately and then immediately goes back into a calm. It doesn't stay splashing. Understand the analogy I'm making here. Water doesn't continue to splash all around. It simply reacts to the size of the problem, if it even is a problem. Said it before, if you put a big boulder in a river, the water will find a way around the boulder calmly. It will simply just go around, and it will simply just make the problem a part of the journey. You throw a pebble into a body of water, it consumes the pebble. And it said, "Come on, pebble, just be a part of my journey." Come on, problem, just be a part of my journey. Come on, we're just going to adjust, because that's what we do as water. Every single step along the staircase to success has new elements. Oftentimes we think it's going to be the same all the way through. A lot of times we think it's going to feel the same from beginning to the end. A lot of times we think it's going to look the same from beginning to the end. But along the journey, and I've learned this more times than not, things change all the time. And that's why you must not fight change, but just appreciate the change that's happening. Because guess what? When something changes, that means something new is on the horizon. Are you not excited about something new? Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to adjust. Don't be afraid to shift. You must in order to grow. I don't know why we have the mentality, and we all get stuck in this mentality. I'm guilty of it as well. We feel like if we just do the same thing, eventually the change is going to happen. But the reality is that change is created by every decision that you make. Every decision you make, which is why you must make decisions, and you must make them fast, rapidly. Every decision you make causes a reaction around you. Those reactions create your circumstance. Your circumstances create your reality and ultimately create your path. You know, speed is super important when it comes to success. And I'm learning this, I think, more than ever. I think that I haven't paid attention to how important speed is. How fast you do things is almost just as important as doing them. Speed. When you're moving with speed, more people want to work with you. When you move with speed, you get things done. When you move with speed, you adjust better. When you move with speed, you adjust better. You know, when you're driving, how hard it is to turn, the slower you're going. But the faster you're going, the easier it is to actually turn. But you can also go too fast to turn. It's called inertia. You know what that is. But having a good speed makes it easier to actually drive the vehicle to success. You cannot turn a corner without giving the car a little bit of gas, without having a little bit of speed. It makes the turn easier. It makes the adjustment easier. It makes the transition smoother when you move with speed. I know a lot of people like to move slow when it comes to success, to be careful of not making many mistakes. They take a long time. They want to wait. I want to wait. I want to wait to this. I want to do this first. I want to do this first. I want to get these things together. I want to listen. Making a decision, when you make decisions about certain things, the universe, I swear to you, will put things in position for you and take things out of position that shouldn't be. I don't know why, and if I'm telling you it works this way. Can't make it up. It's like perfect timing. I think I said it last show or the show before. You know, God is always on time. It's the fact that we show up late. And they would say, oh man, God not here. Well, I don't believe that God likes to work slow. That's why they say Godspeed. I know y'all heard that terminology, Godspeed. Y'all think the universe works slow? Y'all think that the rotation of the earth is actually slow? The rotation of the earth is moving so fast that you can't even drive around the world in 24 hours, but it can actually rotate. It can go full rotation in 24 hours. So think about how many miles an hour the earth is actually rotating. How fast do you adjust? How fast do you make changes? Success follows speed. Success follows speed. Making decisions and going after it. Last week, I decided not to procrastinate on certain things. No lie. I made like a comment. I was like, no, I'm gonna do this now instead of waiting till tomorrow. And And I remember having a conversation with the person I was actually procrastinating on having a conversation with. And that person was like, "Oh, next Tuesday, next week, next week, next week." That person hit me back the next day with an opportunity. Now I don't know if I wouldn't have called him that day. And you know what's crazy about it? I felt like the opportunity was too late. Like, man, it's late today. It's 5 o'clock. This person probably don't want to have this kind. I made up all these excuses in my mind to not move. Now I literally did. I made all these excuses in my head to say I'm not going to make this call now. I'm not going to send this email now. And then something came over me and said, "Keep speed. There's nothing faster than moving right now." So I ended up deciding to go ahead and hedge forward. The next day, the opportunity showed up in my email. Couldn't believe it. Could believe it because I created the opportunity, but wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question remains: how do you adjust? What adjustments are you making? Are you making any adjustments at all? Like, are you changing? Let's start. Let's start easy. Are you changing how you look? Are you adjusting your look? When last time you adjusted how you look? Why do you want to look the same that you always look? Why do you want to be the same person you've always been? Why? Why won't you change your personality? Do you like your personality, who you are now? You're probably comfortable with it, which is very dangerous. If you're shy, why not stop being a shy person? If you're an introvert, why not push yourself to be an extrovert? Why not change who you are? You know that you decide your personality, right? You know that you actually decide. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of foundation that's been built inside of you based on your community, based on how you were raised, based on what school you went to, based on who your friends are. But why not adjust your personality? Why not adjust your habits? Why not adjust your interests? Why not find new things to be interested in? There's a lot of interesting things in the world, and we like to sit in our bubble. I was saying this too as Black people, and it's really like grinding my gears about this. Like now, more and more as I start to grow myself, I'm realizing like, man, as Black people, man, we just want to be cool. As these minorities, we want to be. They're so goddamn cool. We want to be so cool that we got more people, entrepreneurs creating clothing companies than any other style of company that exists. Right? Because it's part of our culture. Clothing and fashion, we seem to find, I guess it's because it's entertainment. You know, we love to be on the camera. We love to be in the entertainment world. And I myself, I mean, look what I'm doing. I'm building a radio network, which is entertaining people. So I even give myself shit about it because I'm like, man, why are we stuck in this entertainment aspect? We need to adjust into different avenues of business that actually going to grow our community. I love to see more Black people getting into real estate. I love it. I love to see more Black people getting into different businesses. Shout out to my brother Dre, open up a water company. Luke, I love it. I love when we do things outside of music. I love when we do things outside of entertainment that's not just so cool, but is more lucrative. It provides more of a service to the community and the world. That comes with adjusting the mindset. Shout out to Killer Mike. I seen a documentary on him, and he was trying to just buy black right from in the end. Realized that there was only like one black farm that he was able to find in a whole different state. Black farmers. We don't have as many black farmers as we used to. I don't even know if we, I'm just like going into businesses that are lucrative, and we're not all fighting for the same thing. I know it's just part of our culture. I understand. But we have to adjust. Otherwise, we're all fighting for the same seat, same position. I know we have this mentality. It's enough to go around. It's not enough to go around. I don't believe that anymore. It's not enough to go around. That's why we have to work together instead of separately. Instead of having, you know, 5, 10 different brands, different, clothing brands, why don't y'all just come together and make one big one? Like, what are we doing? Instead of having 5, 6, 7 different media companies, why not come together and make one big one? Instead of opening up 5, 6, 7 gyms, why not come together and we own all 5, 6 of them together? You know how that'll look? Instead of every single gym having a different name, but 6 gyms having one name. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Maybe y'all don't. The adjustment of the mentality is so important. As a black community, and I'm getting to this, probably nothing to do with the topic, but I have to speak about it because I'm really serious about what I'm learning. I'm learning that these big companies, they work together, they combine, they don't compete. I learned the story of Sirius XM and it blew my mind. I didn't know, maybe I did know this, but it didn't come to my attention that Sirius and XM are 2 different companies. Then they decided to come together and they made billions when they came together. Yes, billions, not millions. They made billions. They went from one company having 6 million subscribers or having 4 million subscribers, to the other one having 3 million. They put them together, and then when they came together, now they have 35 million subscribers together. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all don't get me, man. Everybody want to work separately. Everybody want the attention. Everybody want to be cool. We don't understand the art of working together. We truly don't. And that's because we haven't adjusted our mentality around it. I can't say why. I don't know why. But what I do know is that until we decide to adjust and change, evolve, things are going to be the same. People I work with are definitely not satisfied with their lifestyle. They want more. But you don't get more unless you change more things. Change more, receive more. I'm sitting here thinking about how I need to adjust now. How do I need to adjust our business model? How I need to change what we're doing here at the Good News Radio Network? What do I need to change next? It's very interesting to be in this position, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to evolve into the next stage, trying to get to the next level. You get to a point, you say, where do I go from here? And the answers are unclear. There's no pathway laid out. There's a great challenge when you're building on your own. Or you're doing something that's never been done before. In the way that has never been done. You always got to sell people the vision because it's unseen. But I'm learning right now that the vision that you have to adjust the vision. As you were saying, you got to adjust your vision. My vision wasn't always to build a radio network. My vision was to become the next big radio show, the next big radio personality. The vision has changed. It is adjusted. Because we evolve, ladies and gentlemen, and we change. I challenge y'all to make the adjustments as they come and seek change for yourself. Seek it out for yourself. Go seek change. Go seek adjustment. Go seek evolution. Go seek new networks. Seek new energy. Seek new frequency. Seek a new mindset. Seek new friendships. Seek new relationships. Adjust, change, evolve. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all Wednesday. Bye.